Hello everyone, and today we're going to do a little micro tutorial on Adobe Spark. So what Adobe Spark is that it's an internet based Adobe program similar to Photoshop and Illustrator, but those are programs that you download onto your computer, and Adobe Spark is through the internet, so like anything you do automatically gets saved, and that makes it more collaborative. You can have two people collaborating on the same project and things like that. So what Spark is that it is a program that we actually get free through Indiana University, and it brings your content to life. It is a way to make promotional materials with like pre-made templates that they have for you, like this right here. You can choose from any of these templates and many more to kind of fit your personal brand and whatever you're trying to promote. To spark.adobe.com, it's going to have you sign in with your school email. It will say like log in with a school or company email, and you're logging with that, and it will direct you to your CAS login, and then you put in your IU information and it should pull right up. So as you can see, it's already giving me examples of things that I can do. I can make an Instagram story, post, Facebook cover, photo collage. The things that you can do on Spark are pretty endless. You can do a presentation, a slideshow, and if you do work for like a certain brand or have branded content, you can upload that into Spark, and it can kind of generate different things based on your brands and your colors of your brand. So here are some of the things that I've done, just some of my projects that I've done for CWIT and other things like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to start from a template, and starting from a template just makes our process a little easier because we already have pretty much a layout of what we're looking for. All we have to do is manipulate the color or the word or some of the graphics. So you can pick a template down here. What this is right here is that means premium template. So that's one that you would have to pay for if you didn't get Adobe Spark through Indiana University, but you do, so you don't have to pay for anything. So these are kind of, some of the templates that you could start from, but also if you go to create a project, you can choose from flyers, Instagram posts, Facebook covers, so on and so forth. You can go to view all, and it'll just give you all the endless possibilities or like the sizes that you could create a project for. But we're going to do just a typical flyer. And it's giving us a blank template in case we did want to build something, but let's say we don't want to do that today. And then we have kind of all the pre-made flyers that we could pick from. But the cool thing about Spark is that you can get super specific. So in the search bar, because we clicked on flyer, it has flyer right here. But let's say I want to do a bakery, or let's do bake off flyer. Let's just do bake off and search, and it'll give you all the different templates that you could possibly use if you have a bakery event to promote. So let's see if there's any. Okay, I like this one, this bake sale flyer. So we're gonna go ahead and create this template. And here we go. So because the template that they provided for us was a square kind of Instagram post type thing, that's what we got, even though we do want a flyer, but we can change that. We can go to resize here. This is gonna be, this is your toolbar. So like if you have experience with Photoshop or Illustrator, you do have a toolbar. So this is the kind of Adobe toolbar that I will get into more detail later as we use it. But right now I'm just gonna go to resize, and I'm gonna scroll until I see what I want. Okay, so we want print. And I'm gonna go to letter. So that's gonna be a typical sheet of paper, 8.5 by 11 inch. you click that and it's going to resize that to that size. And with that, came a little shifting in some of the graphics because we did make it bigger. But again, everything is changeable in Spark. So what I'm going to do, so here are the templates I was talking about earlier. You can easily switch between templates if you want to, you change your mind, you want to do something else. And you could really get lost for hours just kind of scrolling and looking at all the different things that you can make. But I generally like this design. I think there's a few things I want to change. I'm not too keen on these little squiggles and these little like geometric shapes. And I want to do some editing right here. So what we are going to do is we're going to go to design. And in design, you have just more variations of the different kind of possibilities that you can do. And here are the colors. I kind of have the IU brand colors here that I've pre-uploaded for things I do for the Center of Excellence. But they have all these different kinds of themes that you could use. So they have decorative, modern, bold, all kinds of things, elegant. So let's say I want to change this kind of theme here. Let's go with decorative. Let's do this. And there you go. It changes the colors and the certain icons to fit that theme. So if I wanted to kind of shuffle that theme and make different things, different colors, I could do that. And I actually like that. So I'm going to keep it here. And then for layout, we could easily go and change the layout to fit different needs. We could do that. We could have it half on the top, half on the bottom, like a banner layout, things like that, grid, But I do, for demonstration purposes, maybe I'll keep it. I'll keep this one because you're working with like the template, because that's what we started with. But if you go to text, then you get all your different text options. And then you go to click on like the icons, and then you get your icon options. So for that to pull up, you do have to click on it. So I'm going to go to bake, and then you have like your primary text and then your secondary text. So my primary text is the bake sale, is this kind of script font or typeface. And then my secondary would be this sans serif font. So let's say I want to change that to, you can upload your own font if you find one from like defont.com, or if you are working with a brand, you would just go to add your fonts up here. Like I have uploaded Benton Sans for IU. I like this April Fat Face regular. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to move this to kind of center it in this box. You can change the size by, you can do like the input in this little box or the drop down, or you can slide this lever back and forth. So I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. You can manipulate the line spacing or letter spacing, and then also line spacing. So let's say I want those pretty far apart. Okay. And other things that you can change are the opacity. So if I want it to be kind of opaque, I move it down, but I don't. And then order. Order is basically you're sending things to front or sending things to back. So if I want to send bake sale to back, I would move the order. And then it would, actually that would send it to front. And if I wanted to send it to back, like say behind these little graphics, I would move it down, and then you see the graphics kind of poke through in front of it. So that is your text. So let's manipulate this text. Let's make it, let's do this. And let's say I want to make that a little bigger. Move that over here. Have that in the middle. And for visibility's sake, let's change this color. So I'm going to go over to the color, which pops up when I'm have clicked on text. And that has the current color. You can change the current color by clicking on it, and you have this kind of hex or RGB colors that you can pick from, or you can use the eyedropper tool and select from previous colors that have already been on the flyer. So if I'd like to make it that color, I can click on that, or say I want to make it this tan color, I can click on that. But I do like that blue. So we'll click on that. Click back on my text. Maybe I want to make the shape of it a little different, like to put it in kind of the circle. You click on that. And I might actually do that just to make it a little more visible. So let's put it in this little emblem right there. And then you can manipulate the padding, make it super thick or super small. So here, I'm gonna move this up. Here is my bake sale information, okay. And get 15% off, that's something else I wanna change. Let's change that to the same font that we have the Amy's Bake Shop in. And we'll put this kind of, off to the side up here. Okay, now for the different graphics that we have here. I do like this cupcake thing, so we'll keep that. And these are the blue and kind of red things that you're seeing popping up. Those are called smart guides, and they just help me see if everything is in line. I'm gonna make that a little smaller. Kind of put this in the corner down here. Maybe a little bit higher. Just like that. And then if I wanted to make these, change these icons to something that is a little more bakery themed, you can go to icon here, or excuse me, you go to replace icon. And then you can, so what this icon is confetti. So if you type in confetti, that will come up. But let's say I want to change it to cake. And then it gives you all the different kinds of options for cake. Let's do bakery. Give you all the things that have to do with bakeries, everything like that. So I kind of like this bakery storefront. Change it to that. It is upside down for some reason, but I'm just gonna rotate that. There we go. And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller and bring that up to the corner. And there we have our little bakery storefront. I want to make sure that's in line with the cupcake holder. And there you go. And let's say I want to change this to something else. I kind of do like that confetti now that I have these two little graphics down here, but let's make it actually more confetti-like and not shapes. So let's see, if I click on that, and then I have this, I'm going to just make that the same size as kind of this imaginary box we have going on. Move it down a little bit. And since we have this gap up here, what I'm actually going to do is add another icon and just overlap that. So I'm going to go to the add, and anytime you want to add anything, it's right here. You could do text, a photo, or a logo, but I'm going to do icon and do confetti. And here you have more confetti we can choose from. I'm just going to click that, and it adds it down here. I'm just going to pop it right up here and make this box a little bigger. And there we have some confetti. And so here is our final bake sale poster. And even if you did have all this information on and you decided that you didn't like it, you could always change the layout of it, resize it to make it even smaller, or change the template. So that is Adobe Spark. Thank you so much for listening.